Well, it's been like a month since the last F2 race, but we're back. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever the time it is you're watching this from, and welcome to Moravia. We're here in the Czech Republic at the Masaryk circuit in Brno, and it is time for round 6 of the 2021 F2 OC season. I'm very excited to be here. I'm your lead commentator, Robert Ionescu, as per usual. Czech Republic is, some say it's in Central Europe, others say it's in Eastern Europe. If you want to say it's in Eastern Europe, then it would be the only Eastern European race of this season. So I was hoping to get Danny alongside me today, since he is from Eastern Europe as well. Unfortunately, he wasn't available at the last moment, so I got a backup alongside me today, that being Rahul Patel. Hello there, how are you doing?
Yep, hello everybody. How are you? And of course, I am good.
Alright, that's great to hear. After almost a month to the day from that race in Spain, we're back here in the Czech Republic, and we're getting ready to start this second third of the season. Are you excited?
It's been 84 years since the last GP4 F2 offline championship race. And yes, I am excited.
Yeah, if you missed what happened last time, Mens Wallinger took victory from the two Tridents, and that his first victory in a long time, and that put him up to second in the Drivers' Championship. 43 points, 10 points behind Championship leader Agatino Bivona, and level with Samet Ozkan. In fourth place is Tobias Kress, and in fifth place is Ruslan Protsiuk, who crashed out and was involved in a collision with his teammate as well, Kress. And yep. Here in the Czech Republic, last season, Henta Sonome took victory, but yeah, Benz Valger was on pole position, speaking of him, and he was leading the race until a brake failure put him out of contention and caused him to retire, of course. Now we're back here in Brno. It's a very, very entertaining track, and I'm so excited to get this qualifying session underway.
The rise of Ben Valdinger incoming? We will see.
Oh, it is round 5. Oh my god, I can't count, sorry. It is round 5 indeed. I thought for a second we had 5 races already. No, this is the 5th race. My mistake.
I just said it in the chat. I wasn't looking at the chat until now.
Oh, I was looking, but nevertheless, time to take a look at the weather for today's qualifying session.
Yes.
So it is going to be all sunshine, no rain whatsoever. So without further ado, time to get going with this session. Of course, this circuit is, I don't even know how long it is, but it's got 14 corners and quite a very entertaining ride. So many elevation changes. It's a high downforce track, that's for sure. And yeah, only 2 real straights, but plenty of chances to overtake if you're bold enough on the brakes as we've seen last season. But you do need a lot of confidence to get those moves done, because if you don't have that confidence, you can easily find yourself understeering off into the gravel traps.
Yep, indeed. Seen it multiple times last season. Will we see it this season?
Well, we've seen you slide off into the gravel as well, but you still finished on the podium, if I'm not mistaken. So
With
it
dead
was all bad.
tires.
Yeah, nevertheless, the session is underway. Ignore the what looks like drops of rain there in the pit lane. There is no rain, as we have Jonatas Martins right now. Will he be the first one to go on track? Probably not. And then who will it be? Looks like Dennis Graf is getting ready to go out.
Yep, indeed. Of course, he's not a tough time. He's pretty much had a tough time since leaving MP Motorsport. Pretty much carried Dams, but Dams weren't that great. And he's at Campos, looking to try recapture his form that he had at MP Motorsport. But it seems where is he in the championship actually? He's only 20th and he hasn't even scored any points. He's yet to score points, so yeah, not the best starts of the season for Dennis Graf. Hopefully, well, we can't really call this the second half of the season, but it feels like the second half of the season.
Second, third, I said earlier, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, here we have Alexander Arnold. The first car to go out on track was a Charouz, fitting, given that this is the team's home race. And let's talk about Alexander Arnold real quick, because obviously in Baku there was nothing to talk about. He got crashed into and taken out even before turn 1. But ever since then, he's been on a good run of form. He's finished in the points every single race, and I hope he can continue this streak for his sake, and for the sake of his team, of course.
Well, 6th in Hockenheim, 7th in Portimao, and 9th in Barcelona. Hopefully he can get a top 5 finish to beat his best result, which is 6th in Hockenheim.
Of course, his teammate Josef Suto won the season opener in Baku, but ever since then, he's been going backwards. So, 2 very contrasting seasons so far for the Shurus drivers. So hasn't scored any points since Baku, of course. Apart from those fastest lap points in Germany. But nevertheless, we have to focus on this flying lap from Arnold. Here we go. It's a long ramp down to turn 1, 180-degree right-hander sweeping, and it feels like it's never ending with a double apex here. Make sure you hit it well and take as wet line as you want on exit. Just don't run into the gravel trap. You're not getting out of that one easily. And towards what is turn 2 here. Blind apex pretty much. Hug the inside curb tightly and then get ready for the change of direction. Looks like Arnold was a little bit slow on the right-hander. Takes a lot of curb on exit to compensate. 28.4 in the first sector as he goes. And towards turn 5 this is? Yeah, it is turn 5. A little bit understeer on exit. Into 6, carrying that speed and hitting that apex curb nicely. Let's compromise his line though a little bit into 70. Didn't have the grip, I guess, to go from the outside to the inside. As it now goes into towards the turn 8, turn 9 chicane. And it's a little bit more open than 8 on entry, but on exit it tightens. And you need to be very, very aggressive with that curb and not go off track. He nearly went off track, but kept it within the white lines, thankfully. As 102.5 in the middle sector. In towards turn 10. It's pretty similar to the last one, to be frank with you. Nevertheless, up the hill into 11. And then 11 is blind, so is 12. 12 very, very difficult. Just about keeps it out of the grass there on exit. As now all that remains turn 13 and 14. Once again, blind apexes. It's pretty much a feature of this track. And turn 14 should be easy flat. Take him to the end of this lap. And this will be a benchmark for everybody to beat. What time is it? It's 1 minute 35.5.
That's the time to beat Dennis Graf. Can he beat it? Nope. He's only nearly 2 attempts down on that.
Here goes Harman Gulen, who is way off the pace. Adam Chobot goes into 3rd. As Daniel Darabos goes P4. Ruslan Protsiuk is up next. And what is he gonna do? He goes into 3rd as we have Gabriel Quintino. Let's see where the Brazilian driver can slow himself. Provisionally 5th place, not so good. Here goes Blake Moore, who goes on to provisional pole by 3/10 of a second. Wallinger, the Barcelona race winner and former Brno poster, is only down last as Martins now goes on to provisional pole. Bernez in P4.
Yep. Gabriel Rico, he's done in 10th with Charles Chernat in 8th. Ross Henson, where can they go?
Let's see, Henson goes P8. As just for Suto goes P3. He's finally finding some form, is he? As here goes Aaron Curtis across the line. Goes there's driver, and that's a very bad lap. He's down in P15. Tobias Perez went P6. As here Matzel goes P10. Here goes Sionome, the former Brno winner, of course, 14th only on the grid for him. As Oskan makes that 15 for him by going 6th. Blackwood goes P8. Bevona goes 3rd, the championship leader, and that is the first run complete. And the polls here from last season at the back of the pack.
Yeah, well, when you say Thuter's on form, but we can't really say. Yeah, he was actually ahead of Moore. And
so Moore, even with traffic's a pretty good lap. Look at that amazing middle sector.
Well, when you say amazing, I don't know if it was the quickest of all.
Yeah, nevertheless, with traffic is in P2. I think Blake Moore, this is already his best qualifying session. It's not even a further way down.
Yep, indeed. Of course, when you say Suter's on form, it's only qualifying. The race matters, but of course, you do get points for qualifying if you get pole position. That's sometimes you may not capitalize in the race.
Yeah, Ben Zwellinger was dominating the early stint, pulling away from everybody, but that brake failure at turn 1 took care of him. There were quite a lot of mechanical DNFs, so tomorrow's race could be a race of attrition once again, just like last season.
He could have got the maximum points here, because he did get the fastest lap, I think, as well.
Yeah, but even though he was very quick in the first stint, nobody expected just how dominant Hento Sonome would become in the second stint of that race. He was battling thereabouts, staying around about P3, P4, thereabouts, and could have been, assuming Wallinger stayed in the race, would have been P4, P5. But in the second stint, his pace was incredible. He jumped everybody with the overcut, and then, for good measure, put 20 seconds on everybody to take a very comfortable win. So Sonome was incredibly quick that day, especially in the second stint. And that could be an omen once again next for this season. I think the overcut could be extremely powerful yet again. How is your opinion? You still there?
Sorry, I'm back. I'm some things to do.
Oh, all right. Oh, a little bit of a collision there between Blackwood and was that a Prima? I
Yeah.
actually didn't pay much attention because I was sucking to it. Now he's hit one of the VARs. Now he's being wheeled back into his garage, passing through that car there, passing through the wall and through his own teammate, and sliding right into place. This is the next giant parallel parking. Looks like we got a little bit of a traffic jam which has been avoided by that VAR. This Protsik is also going out on track. Arnold is once again first out.
Yep. They currently in fifth with a 1:35.5.
Yep, so his initial lap wasn't that bad after all. Even though I think there could have been a few. I don't know. I think it could have gone a little bit faster. There were some corrections in the middle of the lap, and some lines that didn't seem so opportunistic that he took. So yeah, what do you think? Can he improve on this position?
Well, he's only half a second down, so there's a chance he can improve, but you never know. He might not work with these setup tweaks.
Yeah, car looks very bouncy. Of course, it's a very bumpy track, but even so, he's bouncing midway through the corner. I'm not sure if this is the right setup, but the next lap could prove us wrong. And why don't you take us through it? Of course, the next lap is yet to begin, but it will in about 10-15 seconds time, so go ahead.
Oh, when you say the right setup, you didn't even know that I didn't even know that porpoising exists in GP4, so
My
that's
goodness.
something new.
Nevertheless, here we go.
But these are not ground effect cars. As Arnold starts his lap, he's gonna have traffic. Is that from his own teammate? I think it is.
Yeah,
from his
it
own
is.
teammate Suto.
Maybe
Of
some
course,
strategic toe on the run down towards turn 2, or is he gonna back out? No, he's not gonna back out of this, is he?
Yeah, but if he goes for the overtake and doesn't get him successfully, his lap is gone.
It's already gone.
Yeah, looking at it, it's gone. Yeah, like that, it's gone because he's not done quite a lot at turn 4. Well,
Maybe you can jump to the next car and commentate his lap. How about that?
Yep, look at the Chobot in the VAR. He doesn't have traffic, so that's a good thing. Let's see what he does in the first sector. He's nearly 2 tenths up on his personal best, but less than 2 tenths down on Martin's.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with him because obviously Arnold won't be able to improve after losing 3 tenths in S1. You still there?
Yeah, I think my internet was slowing down.
Oh, alright. Well, towards the Sector 2 split, Gautam Chobot. He is up by 3 tenths, so this is a good improvement. I reckon I could get him into the top 8. No, into the top 10 definitely. Maybe even the top 8, we'll see.
Yep, indeed. He only has 2 more corners to go.
Not close enough to get a toe from that Trident. It's looking like a very good lap nevertheless. Ooh, a very, very aggressive line on the entry there. As Chobot finishes his lap. To go 4th actually, incredible. He's found a lot of time last sector. As Prosi goes 7, which Nguyen takes immediately.
Yep, indeed. Now we look at Dennis Gruff.
Also to note, Toscan stayed in the pits on this run, which means he'll be missing out on a run because we don't do just 4 runs anymore. It has been increased to 5. So yeah, it's Toscan's loss, but nevertheless, let's see if Graf can find some more positions. He could, yeah, goes into 8th as Rose Hansen stays where she is. Grab a Contino next. Seems to be impeding Mans Wallinger just a little bit. Wallinger improves though, maybe with a little bit of toe there. Yes, here goes Farina. Farina didn't improve. What about Darabosh? Darabosh improves, gonna be the 17th as Gabriel Rico goes to the top 4 that lap. Very good effort. We have Blake Moore, no traffic this time, but surprisingly no improvement. Well,
Yep.
personal poster Martins is really impeding Tobias Crest there. Meanwhile, Crest goes into second even with the traffic. Got some very, very good slipstream as Chow China now takes second.
Sito, yep, he's not an improvement. Don't think Owen would go ahead of him. So, yeah, they would just
Chekhov
wasn't an
Watzel,
improvement.
he goes
Only
16
16th.
fastest. Ivona
Although
next
not.
across the line, and I think, other than Aaron Curtis, these are the runs done. Let's see what Curtis has got in store. He goes P4. I did not mean for that to rhyme, but it was a nice one.
Yep. Well,
Oh, looks like we're missing Blackwood. He's yet to finish his lap. Let's see what he's got in the tank. It's an improvement for sure, but how much? Not much at all,
not
actually.
much.
Only
Yeah.
16th. Tsunonome is did not improve there. That is the second race done. Already some cars back in the pits as Wallinger is holding up his teammate there just a little bit.
Well, both Uni Virtuosis are like down in 18th and 21st, so not the best qualifying sessions for either of them.
Considering they're second in the team standing, absolutely right. And they won the title last season for crying out loud, so yeah, this is not where they want to be. My goodness, nevertheless, we have Tobias Kress trying to go for the overtake here on Martins. Could this be an Omen Cam race day? Almost colliding with him there. Clearly very racy. I think he's got a very good lap in him on one of the future runs. Could be a contender for pole. Kress has been a dark horse so far this season, but I'd say he's been thereabouts. Never quite had the chance to win, but he did take 2 podiums, of course, in the first 4 races, including a pole at Hockenheim. Sure, he was taken out by his teammate in Barcelona, and in Baku he was involved in the opening lap collisions, no, in the early collisions. I'm sorry, but if you ignore that bad luck, Chris has been very, very good. He's 4th in the championship, despite not scoring on 2 occasions. So yeah, I don't think I have anything bad to say about that about his performance. On the topic of that, there's nobody who scored all 4 races so far, so yeah. As looks like Adam Chobot will be the first one out on track this time. The Slovakian driver doesn't exactly have a home race, but this is the closest he's gonna be to home. Well, this and Austria both are bordering Slovakia, but Brno is closer to Slovakia as well. So the internet seems to have cut out. He's just left, and I think he'll be rejoining right now. And it cut out again, and maybe he'll rejoin right now again. Who knows? Either way, since he's not here at this specific second, I'll be taking you for Adam Chobot's lap once he starts. Let's see if he's going to get any traffic or not. Dennis is saying that the Grafia Ragazzi mode is activated for the next round. Let's see what that's going to be like. Jafar is saying on team radio that qualifying pace in Baku is just not so good. I'm afraid so at the moment, but this is a long session. We just passed the halfway mark. Oh, you're back. Good. This time, hoping Chobot doesn't get any traffic. Would you like to take us for a lap since you obviously couldn't last time because of the traffic? Hey, Ra. You're gonna take us for this lap, or should I do the honors?
You can carry on because my internet's constantly been a pain in the arse.
Alright. Into the very fast turn 1. And then back up the gears, you went down to 3rd, and now is going up once again. These cars only have 6 gears, don't forget that it's not like 8 in the top class. As Chobot in towards turn 3 goes here, flipping the inside very nicely. And very smooth on the changes of direction. I think he could find some time here. Actually, no, he's a little bit down, but only 2.5 hundredths down, so he can definitely recover. a little understeering to here, but I don't think it's gonna cost him too much time, as he's having a lot of grip here. I think this is a very good exit. But into the 8-9 chicane, he's gonna need to nail this line, of course. Well, tentative on exit here, but maybe setting it up. And yeah, good exit here, taking a lot of curb, inches away from the gravel trap. As in the middle sector, can Chabot find some time this time around? No, he's lost 10th. Into 10 he goes, and on exit, very incisive on exit, took so much curb. Into 11, taking an early apex, and then once again an early one, getting early on the throttle for 12. Good effort there, as now let's see turn 13. I've seen drivers gain so much time by being super aggressive on the curb here. What will Chabot do? Yeah, similar approach. And there remains a flat out turn 14. Let's see if we can find some time in S3. All he needs to overhaul is the 1.410 gap, but he doesn't improve.
Ooh, Protsyuk.
Meanwhile, the Eastern Europe merchant improves by a massive margin and takes provisional pole. I call him Eastern Europe merchant because he has only ever won at Hungary, and Hungary's not on the calendar anymore, so maybe he'll win here as Oskan goes third. He doesn't go in next. He improves as well to go into P9 just behind his team Bivona, as then his Graf, with his activated Grafi Ragazzi mode, is currently not improving. So has he delayed the activation, or is he just not having a good lap? Let's see. He's not having a good lap as instead by Evros Hansen. Very aggressive line for her into turn 13 there. Let's see if she can improve on this lap as the American driver prepares to cross the line. What time is this going to be for Hansen? It's going to be P17 only, I'm afraid. Gabriel Quintino next to cross line. He's currently down in second to last. Desperate to get out of there. And get out of there he does, but only moves up one place as his teammate Ben Waldinger. That's much better. He goes into the top 7. Luca Farina doesn't improve. Tobias Kress doesn't improve either. As Jonathan Martins, the former provisional pole sitter, can't get back on pole just yet. Gabriel Rico can't improve as his second off. International still as that, but she improves to P9 even with traffic there. The ref just for Soto in P14 at the moment, so still struggling there or thereabouts. We got a nice camera shot here, but Soto does not improve. Almost second down as Raz internet issues are pretty bad on his end. Now he's back, and now it's Blake Moore crossing the line over second down, no improvement. Bivona is in a little bit of traffic, so I do not expect him to improve. He even slowed down on corner exit there. Massively off pace, 3 seconds. So yeah, but look out for Henry Watzel. He is currently on an improvement. He may be in P20, but who knows how big this improvement is going to be.
One regular day. That's all I ask for.
As Aaron Curtis goes to the top 6, there he's. No, he was already P6. Sorry, but he did improve on his time. As you have the former Brno winner, the one-time GP2 winner, of course, not the one-time Feeder Series winner. Now it's F2. He'll be hoping to get another good result here in the Czech Republic. Let's see what Tsunami can do as he crosses the line. He does not improve. Last time, last sector. Gabriel Quintino was up, but he was coming in nevertheless, so it didn't matter. And that just about is the first round done. I didn't actually catch his staying in the pits on this run. Did you, Flo? Oh, Blackwood. Alright, so it was him and Oskan then who elected to miss out on runs. So I guess it'll only be 3 or 4 rounds for them and 5 rounds for almost everybody else. As in the meantime, just under 10 minutes to go. We have time for 1 or 2 more runs at this rate. So let's see what we're gonna get as Gabriel Rico is coming back to his garage. This has been a very entertaining session so far. Protsyuk. Let's talk about Protsyuk a little bit because he was obviously very good in the first 2 races, finishing on the podium and taking the championship lead. But in Portimao, his qualifying form completely fell apart as there was a little bit of a luck up there. I'm not even sure from whom that was, but on the topic of Protsyuk, yeah, in Portimao is struggling qualifying as he's just gone out on track, and me, the personal pole sitter. He had that engine failure in Portimao as he was trying to make up places. In Barcelona, he's also trying to make up places, but he took out his teammate, and then right after I was singing his praises about him getting so many positions and singing that he was on fire like Will Grigg, he completely let me down by crashing into the barrier at turn 4. So yeah, Protsuk's first career this season so far has been pretty mixed. A very strong first 2 races, then it's went completely down the drain. So yeah, Ruslan Protsuk will be desperately hoping his luck can turn around here in the Czech Republic. What do you think, Ra? Looks like your internet is still bad at the moment, so I'll ask Flo what he thinks. What do you
I'm
think?
considering leaving, damn it.
Might I need another backup for tomorrow if the issues persist?
You might. You might.
Okay, nevertheless, not a lot of cars out on track right now, but there are a few more heading out. As Rotterdam Project is about to begin. Lap number 4. Flying lap number 4, mind you. Obviously, lap counter says something different, but that includes the in and out laps. So, yeah. Protsuk, he has taken pole position before, of course. And now, let's see. Yeah. Let's see how well he'll do on this lap. In towards 1. Looked a little slow mid-corner, but yeah, the exit wasn't bad. Now then, and towards turn 3, because that right-hand king is classed as a corner for some reason. Nevertheless, here goes turn 4. A little slow on entry, but setting up well for good exit. Took a lot of curb there, but yeah, that was a scruffy sector. He's half second down. So those little errors that you see at high speed might not look like much, but they can really cost you a lot of time. This lap is already ruined. I think Protsuk will just focus on getting back to the garage as quick as possible so he can try again.
He might not go out again, but then again, we will have to wait and see. We do only have just over 6 minutes remaining.
He's a second down already, so I don't know. Maybe he used up all his magic on the previous lap and he has nothing left for the rest of the session or something. Oh, massive massive understeer moment there for him into turn 11. Yeah, he's definitely not enjoying this change of setup. Those little tweaks definitely are good for him, as Aaron Curse elected to stay in the pits. That's an interesting decision if he'll get another lap in or not. I'm not quite sure, but I suspect he'll be the first one to go out for the next run. As Protsuk finishes his lap, and predictably he's way down 1.6 seconds. That was a woeful lap. As you have Dennis Graf, could be his last flying lap, or maybe he'll get another one, I'm not quite sure yet. But what I am quite sure is that he's down in Sector 2. Is he able to fight anything in Sector 3? No, he's not. Alexander Arnold, though, his compatriot, goes out to the front row. That's a very, very solid improvement. I think he'll be happy with that. The swimming green stays 12 fastest. No improvement, though, narrowly. Adam Chobo does improve also narrowly. Oskan goes back. No, not back. He goes out to provisional pole. As Blackwood goes P4, he was talking about qualifying being bad. I think it's finally getting good for him again.
Yep, indeed. And it's cut again.
The internet. Oh man. As Farina doesn't improve, but watch for Gabriel Quintino down in second to last.
I can't.
Can he get out of there? Yes, he can. He goes to 13th. That'll be a little bit luckier. Let's see, have Rose Hansen. Let's see what she can do as she's back across the line. Rose Hansen, can they improve? Yes, but only to 21st. Martins improves but stays in third place. So the former pulser isn't retaking at the moment. Wallinger, the former provisional forcer. Wallinger didn't improve, neither did Darabosch. We have Chad Chinat as he is about to cross the line. The former Indy 500 champion is the second off the pace. Tobias Kress is also not improving. Ra has cut again as Gabriel Ricos made a mistake in turn 10. I told you it's so easy to make an error. No, it looks like he made his error into turn 11 here actually. Oh, into 12. We just understeered, took too much curb. That completely unsettled the car, and he was just a passenger from this point on. Massive lockup and up in the grass, and lucky not to get front wing damage on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, big moment here. And this is why Chow China's lap was impeded. He had to slow down and take evasive action. But he wasn't improving either way. He was red in Sector 2, regardless. 4 minutes and a half left to go, so not a lot of time. People will have enough time. But here I have Hento Sonome on the lap right now. It looks like a good lap, but we'll check his second sector split. Let's see how much he can gain on his 103.1. And he is gaining half second. This could be good. He is down in last at the moment, so as it stands, he would still be in last, unless he can find some more time in Sector 3. And I've seen some big gains in Sector 3, so who knows, we'll just have to keep an eye out on his lines, especially to turn 13. How aggressive he is there can decide his position pretty much. As we got a little bit of a argy-bargy behind, but nevertheless, keeping our eyes on Sonome, very aggressive in turn 13, and then flat foot to the floor into 14. This will surely be an improvement by how much, how many places for the Brno winner? Only 2 places. Found 8/10 of a second, but only went up into 20th. Suto did not improve. He was the one having the argy-bargy, the Grand Prix driver. As here we have Blake Moore. I think this is his last shot. I don't think I'll have enough time to go out again. He did not improve. Watzel did. Goes to the top 4. Great lap there from Henry Watson. Zagatino Bivona, the championship leader, does not improve. Who else is there on the flyer? I don't believe there is anybody on the flyer right now, so that is run number 4 done. Only 3 minutes to go. Some people will get another lap in, but I think a lot of people will not. I think everybody who's out on track at this moment in time is definitely not going to get another lap in. People who've just come into the pits, they might. It's going to be very touch and go. I think Curtis will go out first, of course, given that he skipped this run. So I think Curtis will get Larry to run. Of course, it's happened before that Aaron Curtis takes a prize pole with a last minute run. Who knows, can he do it again? I'm not quite sure, but he needs to get that run in first, and he goes out early on track just to make sure he gets it. He's got a minute to spare before the cutoff time, but he's gone out nevertheless. Raha, are you still there? Or are you not? As Dennis Graf also goes out. One last shot at the Grafia ragazzi mode he has been so thoroughly suggesting. Who knows, really?
Only just here. Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. 2 minutes to go. And we got some cars out on track, including Blackmore. And Henry Watson as well as Gatino Bivona, but I'm not sure if Bivona is coming into the pits or if he's gone out of the pits. I think he might have. No, he just come into the pits, so Bivona won't get another lap, and that's for sure. Won't get serviced in time. Arnold's also gone out, as have Oskan and Protsiuk. This is quite interesting. The two in the fight for pole at the moment. Gabriel Coutinho's just gone out, and I think that's the cutoff. That's the cutoff, so everyone going out past Quintino won't get another lap. So Gabriel Quintino will be the last driver to cross the line in time. I think he will be able to make it with a few seconds to spare, but someone who will definitely make it with more than a few seconds to spare will be Aaron Curtis.
But he's gotta hope he doesn't get held up, of course.
Yeah, indeed. Even if you're gonna miss out, some people are still going out for mileage purposes, and every bit of data can help. It looks like there's a car heading out on track as Aaron Curtis starts his last lap, but he won't be impeded by any of them. Through turn 1 he goes, fast and confident, the reigning champion, and there's a very beautiful exit. Definitely feeling a lot of confidence in that car, using all the downforce, putting it to good use. In towards turn 3. Let's see, very tight on entry, and then easy on the throttle, builds it up, uses that traction down the hill. He's a 10th down on his personal best, but this is recoverable. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Just 20 seconds to go in this session until we wave the checkered flag. And once we hit the checkered flag, nobody who starts a lap after that point can finish it. So yeah, you gotta get your lap started before we hit 0. So we got 10 seconds to go in this session. And yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the checkered flag. That is the checkered flag. Aaron Curtis in the middle sector. He's down by 0.2 of a second. I don't think he'll be improving. You can see on the minimap there, Quintino has made it in time, but a whole lot of other people have not. As in towards the last 3 corners of the racetrack goes Aaron Curtis. Very aggressive on the exit there, as you have to be. Brno is a very, very rewarding, but also very unforgiving circuit, I think. And in towards turn 13, incredibly aggressive line there. Will we see that on race day? I'm not quite sure. But Aaron Curtis is about to cross the line to finish his session without an improvement. He'll be starting P9 at best. Now, Gabriel Rico did not start a lap, but Dennis Graf did. Can he improve? Nope, he cannot improve. Daniel Darabosch will not start a lap in time, but Jafari Blackwood is on one. Graf also has the checkered flag next to his name, P19, though. He's the only driver to have set a lap, to have gotten the checkered flag, at this point in time. Blackwood, of course, he forfeited one of his prior runs, but he's getting a run right now at the end. Can he make it count, or will he not be able to improve? Let's see. Nevertheless, he'll be happy with P6, I think. He does not improve, he'll be starting no better than P6. Samuel personal pole sitter, does not improve. That was a woeful lap, but it doesn't matter. He's got original pole. Can anybody take it away from him? Not Alexander Arnold, I'm afraid he is way down. So is Ruslan Protsuk. What about Adam Chobot? After him, it's only Gabriel Quintino who can finish this session. Nobody can take it away. Samuel Oskan is on pole position at Brno.
He took the chance and it paid off. He gets the 4 bonus points for pole position.
He's back in second. Of course, he took pole at Portimao, so this is the second pole. This is his second pole of the season. So yeah, Samuel Oskan is the first driver to take 2 poles this season, and I think he'll be very, very happy with that pole. Came out pretty much out of nowhere in the final run, and yeah, I think he'll be very satisfied with that. Protsuk may be a little bit gutted, same as other people, but this was a very enjoyable qualifying session. I'm not gonna lie. So then, here we have the qualifying results. It is Samuel Oskan on pole position with Ruslan Protsuk in second and Jonatas Martes in third. Henry Watzel P4 with Alexander Arnold P5. He'll be lighter with that qualifying, I'm sure. Jafari Blackwood, looks like his streak of bad qualifying performances has come to an end. Hopefully he can find back the Baku form and get some good points. We'll see. On China, I think he'll be satisfied with P7 in front of Tobias Kress and Aaron Curtis. Mens Wallinger, who took pole last season, will be starting P10 on the grid this time. Let's hope he can finish better than he did at Brno last season where he didn't finish. And Blake Moore rounds off the first half of the pack with P11.
And in 12th is Terry Bush Daniel. In 13th is Agostino Pivona. P14 is Gabriel Quintino. P15 is Fong Min Nguyen. And then in 16th is Gabriel Rico. 17th is Adam Chobot. 18th is Joseph Frederick Suto. 19th is Dennis Graf. 20th is Henderson Unknown. 21st is Luca Farina. And 22nd is Rose Henson. And finally, I've said something properly.
Alright, everybody within a second, that's nice to see. The gaps in the midfield were especially close, but at the top we had the fight for pole. You never knew who was going to take it. P1 changed hands so many times, but in the end Samuel Oskan was the one on pole and the checkered flag dropped, and he stayed there right until the end of the session. And be delighted that second pole of the season, back in P2, and let's see if he can chase after a win tomorrow. Of course, he's already won a race. Can he get win number 2? We'll see tomorrow, but until then, that's been it for myself and Ra. Danny was supposed to be the number 1 choice today. He couldn't because of other commitments. If he can make it tomorrow, we will see. If not, Ra will be the first backup, but if Ra still has internet issues, I'll have to look for a second backup. So if you're interested in commentating tomorrow, let me know in Discord. I'll keep in touch with you. Let me and Flo know, of course. Of course, I'll be working tomorrow in the morning, but I will be back in time before the race. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in, and I hope you're ready for a classic tomorrow. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye.